G'day guys, Greg here. Now today I'm going to be whipping up a delicious, creamy bacon and pork and potato soup-like thing. It's like a Zuppa Toscana, except probably even better. Let me show you the ingredients I'm using. Well, for this, all you need is, you need some pork sausages, some potatoes, a brown onion, some garlic, spinach, some thickened cream, flour, some chicken stock, and some bacon. Oh, yes! Also some salt and pepper, of course. I'll be letting you know how much of everything I use down below in the show more bar, but I'll be saying it along the way. So first thing we want to do is, start cutting stuff up, of course. I want to dice the onions into nice little fine bits. Now if you've got a garlic crusher, half your luck. Crush 3 or 4 bits of garlic up. Unfortunately I don't, so I'm just going to have to really finely dice it up. That's alright. Now with the potatoes, you want to dice them into 1.5 centimetre cubes. So go across that way and, go across that way. And then I'll go across that way. That's about 1.5 centimetres. You'll need about half a kilo of potatoes for this recipe, which is about 3 medium-sized potatoes. Now with the bacon, you need about 120 grams of that, which is probably only about 2 of the big Aussie pieces of bacon. Or maybe 4 bits of that streaky bacon, but we just cut it into smallish bits, like 1 centimetre cubey sort of sizes. And now with the pork sausage, you want a fairly decent pork sausage, any of those flavours you like, and you just want to take them out of the skin. Well, these ones don't even know if they've got skin, which is alright because I was just going to break them up into little bits anyway, like this. Perfect. But if they do have skin, just take the skin off. Or you could just leave them in the skin and slice them up. Just do whatever you want. And don't worry if it's like not looking the best, because you want those little bits of crispy pork forming on the end anyway. That'll make this taste real good. Alright, well that's all the hard work done. Time to start cooking. Alright, well I've got a cold frying pan here today, which I'm going to turn on and add the bacon in. Now I'm doing it this way because the bacon fat will gently dissolve as it starts heating up in the frying pan. Well, hopefully it will. If your bacon's fatty enough, it will. But we want to use the bacon fat for this anyway, what's left of it. So we'll just fry it up until it's a nice golden colour. And if that's not working for you, just add some butter, mate. Because butter fixes everything. It's nature's WD-40. And by the way, you want a nice big deep frying pan for this, or a pretty big saucepan. It's really starting to do its thing now. Oh God! Nearly took my eye out. And once that's cooked and crispy enough, we'll transfer it onto a plate. But try and keep all the bacon fat in the frying pan. And now we add the onion and garlic into here. And just cook that for a minute or so. If it's too dry, add some oil or something. Olive oil, not motor oil. Or add some more butter, of course. And then after a minute or two, we want to add in the sausage that we cut into or pinched into little bits and pieces. So we just got to keep cooking it until it gets this nice little bit of goldenness about it. And that's looking pretty good. So now, let's make a space. And we add in 2 tablespoons of flour. We'll just fry that flour off in what's left of any oil. Just do that for a minute. That'll just take some of the yucky flavors away. We can mix it all through and coat all the sausage. And now we add the 1 litre or 4 cups of chicken stock. I hope this saucepan's big enough. Not sure if it's going to be. Let me just scrape all the stuff off the bottom of this frying pan for starters. Get all those crispy, crunchy bits that were stuck down there. So you can feel that the bottom is nice and smooth again. And we'll add in the potatoes. And most of the bacon. We want to save a little bit of bacon there for the garnish. And we'll crack in some salt and pepper. And now we get our lid, and we'll stick that on. And we'll get it up till where it's just bubbling, and then reduce the heat right down. Okay, well that's bubbling away nicely. So what I'll do is reduce the heat right down to the lowest point. And we just let that simmer away for about an hour. And then we'll come back and finish this recipe off. I'm actually going to move this over to this way smaller element because this one's boiling too hard. Now you will want to come back every now and then and just give it a bit of a stir. Make sure you scrape all that bits that might be burning on the bottom there. But that's been about half an hour and, well, it looks like it's nicely thickening up. Very nice. Alright, well, that's been cooking for an hour and it's looking really nice. Nice and thick. So now what we need to do is grab some thickened cream and we want to add 200 mils of that. I'll give that a mix through. So I just want to see how creamy it looks. Oh yeah, that's creaming up nicely. And to finish it off, you just want to add a couple of cups of, well, I'm using spinach today. You can even use kale. If you're using kale, you'll want to chop it up, but this spinach should wilt pretty easily. So you might not even want to add any spinach at all. But, I mean, you've got to have something healthy in this, surely. So we'll just wait till that spinach is all wilted, and then it's ready to serve. So now, all we have to do is ladle it into our bowl and decorate it with a bit more bacon. And there you have it. The creamy bacon and pork sausage with potato Zuppa Toscana. Boy, that looks good. Right, well, let's give it a go. Smells good. Oh, mate. This is creamy and porky. If you love pork, you're gonna love this. You can really get the sausage in there and that hint of bacon just floats along on the tip of your tongue, and the creaminess, oh dude, so good. And the potatoes, they're just really nice, and the whole thing, very hearty, very warming, and very tasty. I think the thing with this that you should do is use a really good pork sausage. Mate, it'll blow your mind. Well, I hope this cooking lesson helps you in the kitchen. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time I cook something up. See you then.
Oh yeah, this is Greg's Kitchen, where the